Guys, welcome to Indoor Hydroponics. I'm John, your Indoor Hydroponic Test Dummy. Welcome inside my grow room. Today is Sunday, January 23rd, 2016. I can't help myself. I spent another $10 at the hydroponic store and got more free samples, but more on that later. We've got some good action here going with the beans. I like it. It's cool. I think I want to upgrade my dripper system to get more of an even spread on it. Constant drip, non-stop. I think maybe we want to add just a mild nutrient to it as well, because all these have been fed with so far it's just plain water. Now remember guys, I had a question on one of the posts about the constant drip going on in here from these emitters here, or from the feeder lines. And they asked, were you concerned with constant flow going into here with the dirt being too wet? And keep in mind that almost 3/4, if not more, is just straight perlite underneath. I just added some cocoa to the top to maintain moisture so that the beans would sprout. But underneath this is all perlite, so it's going to dry out very quick. I think we want to keep a constant supply on it. Now of course it's turned off right now because I'm going to do an upgrade to it. Now you could buy like a circular type diffuser that will kind of give a little soak here, but that was $10. Well, I spent $10 and I'm going to get way more for my return off that $10 than I would them just buying a diffuser, because I bought 100 feet of feeder hose that I can use outside during the summer grow, along with a ton of accessories, some better stakes. Yeah, I think it's a better deal to build it yourself. Let's do it. That's what they call an inline drip diffuser. There's a little hole right here, if you can see that, where you get a constant drip, and it's inline, so you can hook it like that and it'll drip through, come out that little hole, and you can set up a series of these in a circular pattern. I think that'll be cool. Let's do it. Giggity giggity go. We have a perfect circular watering drip system going on right now. I guess with 4 drippers it would be approximately 1 gallon per hour, but this is a nice, steady, perfect drip around all the seedlings. This should work out perfect. I think we need to add another line. The Grodan Gro-Bloc. Big, awkward looking, kind of weird. I've never grown a plant in one before, but I think I'm going to give it a shot here on Indoor Hydroponics because it's what I do. Bought it for $8.99. It's a big solid chunk of rock wool. Rock wool is pretty high in pH or alkalinity, which is not conducive for good plant growth. I suspect we should soak it down first before we do any type of planting or messing around with it. I think maybe a bucket and a little bit of pH down or lemon juice would do the trick. Soak it down for a little bit. I'd imagine it'd weigh 30,000 pounds after it's done soaking. I don't know. Let's give it a try. The Grodan Big Block. They like to call it the Big Mama. Okay guys, so what I ended up doing was soaking this thing down in a tub, pH'd it down to a 5.5, and let it soak all day long. What I've done is tore out a middle section of this. Now they say to work your way up from block to block to block until you get to this size. We are not going to do that. We're going to go with this block and we're going to put it right in the Big Mama. Now, what I'm going to do is set it up on a dripper. It's got a pan here, and the overflow is going to go into this pan here, and then it's going to go back into the bucket and recirculate. So should be pretty cool here. So I've never grown in one of these big blocks before. Hopefully we've pH'd it down just enough. So this looks pretty cool. I can't wait to give this baby a try. So Ava, why don't you set this baby right in that hole that we kind of pinched out. There we go. kind of mesh it down a little bit in there, okay? And there we go. Just like that, we're planted in a big rock wool block. I've got some extra to, I guess, stuff back into it here a little bit. Hey, bub. Sorry, didn't mean to knock you over.
You didn't really knock me over. You just pulled my sock off.
Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't cool, was it? Alright. And what's going to end up happening is these roots are going to just grow all throughout this block. I think I'll probably at some point want to find a way to cover the top here so I don't have a bunch of algae growth. But let's hook up the dripper right now and start feeding it some mild nutrient. This is going to be off of the same nutrient dripper that is coming from my beans here. It's got a mild nutrient in it right now, and it's pH down to about a 6.0. Gosh, I love you guys. And it's about 400 parts per million on a grow scale. So, all right, let's let me hook the dripper up. And here we are, guys. We have our little dripper set up on this baby. It says on the back of the block for big plants to set up 2 drippers. I'm only going to run 1 on it. I don't think we're going to need 2 for this one, but this is pretty cool. It's going to be a neat way to grow, I think, growing in one of these Big Mama grow blocks. Now, I'm sure plenty of people have grown in these before, especially my medical marijuana community, but we're going to try a poblano pepper. Now, let's look at the whole system one quick time. Okay, now my dripper is coming from my back bucket here, okay? My 5-gallon bucket coming off the same main line as what's feeding the beans over here. And so it's right at the base, right there. We've got a nice drip coming down. It's on a 10 by 10 pan here, plant tray. And then I just poked a little hole in the corner over here to drip down into this pan, which it is doing. And then this is obviously my overflow from my beans, which has been upgraded to 4 drippers in a circular pattern. And so that's all going back down the return line back into the bucket. And then it's recirculating obviously back out through here. So this will be a cool little way, I think, to grow beans and a pepper plant. So I'm looking forward to watching the results on the big Gro-Bloc. So anyway, as always, guys, thanks for watching and tuning in for this quick hydroponic update. Take care.